Now, Chris, you've been given some great endorsements for the RISE program, especially one from Archbishop Chaput. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, Archbishop, he's been a big supporter of RISE from the beginning, and he said that if every man took the RISE challenge, we'd see a transformation in our homes and parishes. And I think he sees the fruit. The fruit is men are being challenged in the little things, and we're challenging them to do little things with great love. And so we're hearing stories of guys saying, okay, I haven't made breakfast for my wife in 15 years, and I made it for her this morning. You should have seen how happy she was. And that may sound trivial, but that changed her day, and she's going to remember that for a very long time. And that's, we're also seeing guys who I had a guy the other day. He said, I took the time to write a letter to each one of my sons and daughters. This older guy, he's in his 70s. He said, for the first time I told them what each one meant to me. So these kids in their 40s and 50s received a letter from their father because of the RISE challenge, and that's life-changing too. So we try to keep it. We didn't want this to be a very theological exercise or an academic thing. It really is, how do I put my faith into practice in the everyday, in the messiness of life, when I come home and the house is a mess and the dishes are in the sink, or my boss is a jerk to me, like, how do I handle those situations? And not only how do I get through life, but how do I get through life with joy? How do I enjoy life? And be a joyful Catholic Christian. And so that's what we've seen. And guys, because it's not so theological and academic, it's something that anybody can invite someone into. We see a lot of men who get into the challenge a day, 2, 3 days in, and they say, oh my goodness, I have to invite my brother-in-law. I need my uncle into this. I need my coworkers, because it's something that they can cast a net and draw new men in and start to have this conversation. And
that's one of your principles too, is that men need other men in their lives. And they need to be connected, right? Yeah, RISE is digital and it's an individual journey, but what it does is it instantly connects you with one other man to go through this journey with. And then we have all the tools for a parish to start a group, to run, really we suggest 6 meetings, through the 30 days, one to start in, and then the 4 weeks in the middle. To bring these men, again, around this common mission of being better men, but you can't live this life alone, and that's what these guys are seeing through this, the fruit of being on this journey with other guys, having each other's backs. That's so many of the comments are, I was struggling with this today, or this challenge really went the other way for me. I didn't think she was going to react like that. Guys coming in, praying for each other, giving suggestions, and of course, it can't stop in the digital community. Men need to be in flesh to flesh, communing with each other and brotherhood and in the sacramental life of the church ultimately. And you were telling me earlier too, something I liked. You thought some of the fruits was that you're good, helping men to come out of the awareness that you're a child of God and you're loved by God, and that God is there for you and with you in these things.
Right. Yeah. The first week really. It's a tough week for a lot of guys because we hammer home the fact that you're a son of God. And if you're a son, what does that mean? Well, you're beloved just because you exist. He delights in your existence. That's very hard for me to even, think, and, any of us who even think we're faithful. It's like, I get a little, but I have to do these things. I have to do these things to earn his love, Or, we get into the masks we might be wearing, or, kind of shake us out of the ruts we're in. If you're not really examining your life every day, or at least weekly, and at, like, from a third, party perspective, you can get into some ruts for many, many years. So, we sort of orient men, whether you're very faithful, you're hearing this for the first time, in the fact that you're a beloved son of God, and then from that place of sonship, how do I engage the world? My wife, my coworkers, spouse, everything.
And I think the video is good at shaking us out of the rut. To hear somebody else's story can help us think of things in a different way, or reach us in a way that maybe I'm not getting from my books or whatever. And I think that's a great method here, the new evangelization that you all are using.
Yeah, most of us think we're alone in our struggles. Men sort of, this idea of, you got to just deal with it. You just got to man up and just suck it up, kind of thing. And one thing we intentionally did with RISE is with the community developing and the men's stories, to show men, look, we all have these struggles, these fears, these addictions, whatever you're dealing with, everybody else has got them too. And we show them practical ways to move beyond where you are to the new level.
We have about a minute left. If someone's interested, how can they get this program, get a hold of it?
Sure. menriseup.org is the website, menriseup.org. And you can sign up. There's a button right there. You can sign up for the challenge yourself as an individual, and we suggest you find another brother to do it with. We also have, if you're a parish, we have this fall campaign where, we're calling September 17th as Fall Renewal for Men, where we want 100,000 men in the country to go through RISE. We've actually got men all over the world. 67 countries are, got men doing RISE. So it's been pretty amazing. But if you're a parish, you go to menriseup.org and click the Parishes and Groups button, and you can review RISE at no cost and see if it'll work for your parish, and we'll help you get a group going and really make this a movement of men at the parish. It's not just a program, it's really a movement. Even for guys who would never come to a Bible study or a men's group, it'll cast a wide net, and they'll be able to journey through the digital community as well.
Right. Well, thank you, Chris, so much
thank you, Father,
for talking with us.
No, it's a pleasure.